Please state your name.
My name is Stephanie Fussell, and this is my 2016 Rural School Leadership Academy application.
Question 1. Many career possibilities are available to you. Why do you want to lead others in a school?
Well, I am extremely passionate about education. Actually, I've been passionate about education since I was in high school myself, holding signs outside of a town hall meeting, begging people not to vote to cut the budget for our school. School leadership plays such an important and critical role in the success of a school as a whole. There is such a need for strong leaders in our community. Things like culture, vision, communication, and even attitude start at the top. If the leaders of a school have a negative attitude or don't believe in its success, that trickles down to the teachers, who then also feel that way and can spread that to their students. And our ultimate goal as school leaders is the success of our students. But when a school leader has a positive attitude, a clear vision for growth, then that also trickles down to the teachers and eventually the students, and that's how schools are successful. I love working with teachers also. Being a classroom teacher has been an amazing experience in and of itself, but it also is important to work with other teachers and try and create an entire school, an entire system of success for students, and reach outside just my classroom and try and create an entire school of success. Things like, and various programs like college partnerships, unique training opportunities, and learning opportunities happen because school leaders make them a priority for their school. They encourage their teachers to seek these opportunities and support their teachers in finding these opportunities and implementing them in the classroom. And I really want to be a part of that. I really want to be a positive leader for the other teachers at my school. School leaders fight for their students every single day, and sometimes that can be a headache and a real struggle, but I honestly believe that there is no other opportunity, no other job in the world that has the same kind of rewards and is as rewarding as being a school leader and a teacher. Being a teacher and a warrior for my students has been an amazing experience so far, but I'm ready to take it to the next level, to widen the scope of my influence and hopefully not just influence the school from my classroom alone, but also on a wider level, and create an entire system of success.
You could develop yourself as a school leader anywhere. Why do you have a particular passion to lead in a rural region?
Well, I grew up in a city and I went to college in a city. But my junior year of college, I actually had the opportunity to study abroad, which I did in a very rural, very small town in Southern Africa, actually. There was something really special about being able to work in that small rural community. I loved the sense of community. I loved the sense that everyone knew each other, and I felt like everyone was working together. And so when I came back and I graduated from college, I applied for Teach for America, and I put a lot of rural regions on my list of places that I was hoping that they would send me. I was lucky enough to be placed in Arkansas, which is a rural area, and I have fallen in love with this community. The unique challenges that they have, the uniqueness of working in such a small town as opposed to the huge city that I used to live in. And I just have this constant overwhelming feeling that I am working with an entire town of people who are pushing for the success of the community. I feel like I'm truly working with an entire town that is constantly pushing itself to be better. And there's just nothing like working with a small community where everyone knows each other, everyone has the same vision, the same goals, and are pushing to make their town, and specifically their school, a better place. So at least for the next several years, I foresee myself continuing to work in a rural community as opposed to going back to a larger city.
If you could talk to your principal, your coworkers, and students and their parents and ask them to describe you in one word, what words would they choose and why, and how accurate do you think those words are?
Okay. So I actually did ask a few people, and there were definitely some patterns. One of the words, or I guess couple of words that came up really often were energetic and outgoing. And I think that's because since I love my job, I come to school every day with a lot of energy. I love my students, I love my teachers, so I'm constantly checking in with everybody, going around from classroom to classroom, seeing how different teachers are doing, seeing how everyone's day is going, talking to different students in the hallways. So I can definitely see why they would say that. I do question the accuracy a little bit, only because I technically consider myself an introvert and really appreciate my alone time, but I think because I love my job and my students so much, the extroverted side of me comes out a lot more in this building. Another word that came up fairly often was passionate. And I think that is really accurate because I am extremely passionate about my job as a teacher and working in this school and pushing all of my students to succeed. I would be here to midnight for a week straight if it meant putting together a really great new project for my students or working on a new opportunity for them to be part of, to experience, or a new even assignment to make sure that they could do that assignment and use it to grow as individuals. I love this job, and I do think my passion sort of shows in what I do every day. The final word that came up a few times in different variations was loving, or loving and supportive. And that I also feel is really accurate. I think I'm constantly talking about how much I love my students, how much I just adore them and love seeing their little faces every day. I love my job. I come in, I think I spread love to my teachers, to my students, and I just truly believe that a lot of the students in my classroom are just looking for someone to love them and believe in them, and I think I try and give them that love and believe in them every single day. And that is a big reason that I want to be part of the Rural School Leadership Academy, because I want to take the skills that I already have and learn new skills and bring that back to work with this school and be successful as a whole and be the very best that I possibly can be for my students.